I'm Pastor Commissioner Polk, pastor of the Miracle by Faith Revival Center in the city of South Bay, Florida, where I also serve on the city commission in the city of South Bay, Florida. So today we're going to talk a little bit about gun violence. Gun violence is something that is very personal to me because I'm 35. In my 35 years of living, I've experienced a number of relatives who were taken away from us due to senseless acts of gun violence. So have any one of you all ever had someone related to you that was killed due to gun violence? No? Well, that is so awesome. I can't say that because in 2011, I lost my brother due to gun violence. My brother, he was in the store. He went to the store and he had some money in his pocket. Someone behind him saw that he had, it looked like a lot of money, and they followed him, enticed him into a house, and he was shot 12 times. So, shot by two different guns, two different persons. Later that night, he died. Now, I'm the oldest child of my mom's 5 children. He was the next oldest. So we kind of grew up together, right close, neck to neck. And it hurts when you lose someone to gun violence. Have any one of you ever experienced someone that you knew that was shot by or killed due to gun violence? Maybe not a relative, but maybe someone who went to school. Y'all are a great crowd. Have any of you ever felt like that you wanted to resort to gun violence, maybe after an argument or disagreement with someone? No? That's great, and that's the way you want to keep it. The reason I say so is because I have been affected by gun violence. I've been on both sides in my family. I've had, like I say, my brother who was actually a victim of gun violence, and I've had other relatives who were the perpetrator. I've had people in my family who got so angry they did not know how to release their anger except for resorting to picking up a gun and utilizing it. And now their life is gone as well. What happened to them? The one that shot somebody. What happened to the person who shot?
They went to jail.
They went to jail. And better than that, they went to prison. Any of you ever had experienced someone that went to prison? Yeah. And so that's the result of resorting to gun violence. I always like to use an example. It's okay if you get angry to release your frustration in ways other than violence. You can cry. Some people like to just be by themselves for a while. How do y'all, like when y'all get angry, how do y'all release your emotions? You?
I stream in the pillow.
You stream in the pillow. That's awesome. It's so important that you let it out. Anyone else, how do you let it out?
Listen to music.
Okay, that's one of mine as well. My techniques to calm it down. I'll turn on music, blast it loud as I can, put on my headphones. Okay. And
Stress ball.
Stress ball. Oh, that's a new one. I might try that. Anyone, what about you two?
When I get mad, going to school, when I get mad, I like to scream at the other kids, but when I calm down, I apologize to them. And when I'm at home, and when I get mad, I just go outside and sit on the porch.
That's great. Now, I like the latter. You go outside and sit on the porch. It's not good to scream at other kids because sometimes, you might pull out the worst side of them. Then you got two people and you can't combat fire with fire. It takes what to put out a fire? Water. And you have to be calm and cool. So one of the things that I always tell young people is that we are just like balloons. And if you keep blowing air into a balloon, what will eventually happen? It'll pop. And I saw one of the young ladies, Miss Hammond, was outside earlier putting up a balloon on the tent. And she just touched it and it popped. Can I explain that to you? If you're like a balloon and frustration, you keep just blowing up with frustration and you never take time to use the stress ball and release some of that pressure, or to cry in the pillow and stream in the pillow and release some of it, then what happens is you get get backed up with so much anger that all someone has to do is just touch you the wrong way, and you'll do what?
Yeah.
You'll snap, pop. And so you don't want to ever get so full of anger or emotion that you're on the verge of popping, because then your mom can just say something to you and you just snap. So we want to say to you, always release your emotions. Each one of you had great techniques to calming yourself down. Utilize that. Anyone have any questions? Yes.
Like what happens, like if a person, like if they start like once they get mad and once you be trying to calm them down, they be telling you to shut up and push you and make you mad.
Okay, that's a very great question. What's your name? Samaya, that's a great question. So that's happened to me before. I've had this, I call that people poking, they're poking you and pushing your buttons. So you have to learn how to, sometimes your buttons work, sometimes your buttons don't work. So if someone is yelling at me, telling me to shut up or saying bad words to me, then I just turn that button off. I'm not gonna allow anyone to control me, because if you can say something and then it provokes me to respond in a negative way, that means I'm not in control of myself. That means you're in control of me, right? Because all you got to do is say the right word, and then you turn me into a monster. That's what we call thermostat people. People that are just like, you go in your house, you got the air conditioning, you got a thermostat on the wall, and you set the temperature on the thermostat to what temperature you want it to be in the house. So if you set it on 60, the house will get at 60 and then it'll shut off. So when people know your trigger points, what they do is they just set that temperature and you just go straight to it. You go from 0 to 100, just like that. I would never allow someone to have that type of power over me. So what you do, you turn that button off. It ain't gonna work. I heard you, but I didn't hear you. Is that good? Anyone else?
Thank you, superhero.